In this video, you'll learn how to submit community news and press releases to the EMA website for potential inclusion in our eNotes email newsletter, as well as EMAG, the magazine of Early Music America, and inclusion on the website. You can find all of the community news along with our features and CD and book reviews on our website here on the Early Music News and Reviews page. And if you scroll to the bottom, you can see the community news and press releases section. From the top of the page, under news and events, you can also go directly to news and press release submissions, or you can click how to submit news and press releases, and that will take you to the form. This is available to anyone who visits the site and is not limited by EMA membership. Please review the guidelines here on the page. We do try to review within 24 to 48 hours, depending on what time in the week these have been submitted. They need to have unique titles, and that means that they can't have the same text as a previously submitted post title. You should also make sense as a standalone headline. So as an example, we have Early Music America to present Young Performers Festival in May, and not just simply your event title or your organization name. So a headline that would lead a reader to understand before looking at the excerpt or the full title, something about what they're about to read. You can talk about your upcoming activities or a body of work that's been produced, catalog resources, online performances, or whatever you would like in this section. We do ask that all your posts relate to the fields of early music and historical performance practice. And as I mentioned before, we will include some in the newsletter each Tuesday, depending on when they are submitted. Generally, if they're submitted by Sunday evening, they'll be considered for inclusion on Tuesday in the newsletter. And that inclusion is really dependent on how many that we receive in a single week. And we also try to have some kind of geographic variety and try not to have duplicates from the same submitter within a single issue. If you submit your news by the dates included here, there is a possibility that it will also appear in the news roundup called EMA Courant in each of the issues of Early Music America. And if you would like to reach out specifically for staff or to our editorial staff, you can use the Contact EMA form. And we don't share any of these announcements on our social media. And then there are some other ways that you can submit information if you would like here. So the form is pretty straightforward. There's a place for your name, and you can enter whatever name you would like. This will not be included specifically on the announcement. It just allows us to contact you and refer to you by name if we need to contact you. You can enter your test, your email address. So I'm just going to enter in my email address I'd like to be contacted, any URL that you would like to use. And then here's where we do the post title. And so this is where you would include the name of your organization or yourself or some sort of descriptive title for your post. So this is my test profile. And this date submitted field just allows us to know and for users to know when that was submitted so they can see if it is currently out of date. And you can use this format here. So I'm going to put in a date. The anti-spam question takes the place of the I'm not a robot. So you simply answer 3 times 3, which is 9. You can select a post category, and we have a limited amount of categories that are available here. If it's just general community news, if it's COVID related, if it has to do with online performances or webinars or meetings, or if it's just a general press release. You can also choose multiple categories by going back, and let's say this is a press release about online performances. I could include both of those. Down here, lower on the page is a rich text field. You can enter any information about your event that you would like to include. You can change the formatting to include bold and italics and many more options. Click this little toggle toolbar, it gives you even more. You can add links to your text by clicking this little chain link and entering in the address that you would like that to go to, and that will include a link within the text here. And any other formatting that you would like to make your announcement look nice. Now, if you are copying and pasting from a Word document or other word processing documents, you can do that. However, the formatting is sometimes a little bit off when you paste it into this, so you may want to double check it. Or you can always paste as text, which will remove any of that extraneous code that you have. Or you can actually go into the text field and just paste it as text there. Or if you're savvy with HTML markup, you can use HTML in that text field. We allow one image per event, no larger than 2000 by 2000 pixels, no smaller than 200 by 200 pixels, and a maximum file size of 8 megabytes. These also must be image types, and what we mean by that is JPEG, PNG, GIFs, TIFF, those kinds of image files. PDFs are not considered an image file type, so those will not be accepted. So any kind of image. We note here in these image ratios here are square ratios, but you do not have to submit a square image. They can be landscape or portrait or whatever format you would like in terms of the orientation of your image. You'll just choose a file from your computer, and I'll just choose one that's sitting here. And there's a little preview of that particular piece. And then all I need to do is click Submit Post. Once I do this, I'm going to want to see a confirmation message here. You will not receive an email, but you should see a confirmation message on the screen when you commit Submit Post. If you do not see a confirmation message, it has not gone through. And what I would check is to make sure you have a correct image format, that you're using an image type, that it's not larger than the 8 megabytes, and it doesn't go smaller than these pixel requirements, and that you also have not duplicated another post title or anything like that. So when I'm ready, I'll just click Submit Post, and the website will think for a moment. And after I have clicked that, you can see here now it says success, thank you for your submission, and we will review your post. And once you've done that, that's a successful submission. If your post is approved, then it will be found on those pages that I mentioned. If you have any questions, you can always use the Contact EMA page on our website to send a question about using this form or inclusion in EMAG and eNotes and the rest of those. So we're happy to help you share your news, and we hope that this form makes that much easier.